I don't believe in ghosts. I have a logical, skeptical mind. I don't believe that ghosts come around and fuck with you and go like throw a plate across the room. However, I had an apartment that is now our friend Rob Schraub's apartment. Rob Schraub is how I know Dan Harmon. Like they were writing partners, and I had to move out of an apartment in L.A., Casey, and it was a great apartment, but I couldn't afford it because my roommate moved out and I was broke. But the day that my friend and I moved in, it was Halloween, but we didn't think about that. And also the number, the prefix for the phone number that the telephone company wanted to give us was 666, because mine is 665, but that's like 664, 663, that's that neighborhood. But they can't get rid of the 666s because people, are Catholic and shit, or whatever. So, and my roommate was Irish Catholic. He's like, oh no, I can't do that. My mother never called me. She'll never call. And so we got another number. And so we check in this new place, and we were the third residents to ever live there. But the apartment was built in the 50s. The first resident, a LAPD homicide detective, and then an old married couple. And the husband died, not in that apartment, at a hospital rather. And the wife moved to a one-bedroom in the building. So we move in. It's a great place. And every time the two of us were out of the house, or out of the apartment, something crazy happened. We bought a brand new clock. Every time we left, we come back, the clock would be stopped at a certain time. And all of the pictures on the wall would be off the wall, but thrown across the hallway to the opposite side and broken. So if a painting was on the right side of the hallway, it would be thrown to the left side of the hallway and smashed, and left to right and smashed, and things would be tipped over and broken. So we thought, okay, like somebody has our keys and they're coming and they're wrecking our place. So we asked Helene, the widow of the dead guy, who'd lived there for 35 years, does anybody else have these keys? She goes, no, we just put new locks on. I don't even have the keys. You and the landlord, and he's this 80-year-old guy, like only you guys have the keys. So usually one or the other of me and Paul would be at the apartment at one time, because we had very different schedules. Because I was an alcoholic and he was an animator. So he was up early and I was out dancing. So we were usually, somebody was at home. But anytime the two of us went to the market together, we'd come home and everything was busted. The pictures were all thrown around, clocks would stop, and the bathtub there would be just matter everywhere. Not like stuff like if the drain spat out stuff, or not if it backed up. There was just a random splatter pattern of stuff all over the bathtub, and we just thought someone's fucking with us. Like, what's going on? That kind of goes away a little bit. We go into we find there's an attic in it. We go up into the attic and we look up, and it's LA. It's like 78 degrees out always, and in the attic it should be hotter because the heat rises. I get up into the attic and I look up and I see some old Christmas decorations and stuff, and instantly the temperature drops to what feels like 55 degrees, like outside the draft house right now. And it was instantly just crazy chill comes over me. And I kind of get this weird feeling, and I don't think, ooh, scary ghosts. I just drop back down the little ladder. I go, Paul, go check it out. There's some cool stuff up there, just to get to get a real reading on this. And he climbs to the ladder and puts his head right down. He goes, Jeff, we're never going up there again. All right, so time passes a little bit. I'm in my bedroom. I had the bedroom where the husband slept because they were an old married couple, and I think you find that often they sleep in different rooms because the husband snores and farts and the woman wants to get a night's sleep. And I had his room, and I was getting undressed. I'm down to my boxers, and I just have a feeling that absolutely somebody's behind me. Like somebody's on the carpet behind me. And I turn around, I'm like, okay, fucking enough of this shit. Had enough of this. You're dead. You don't live here anymore. I live here now, so fucking stop it. Stop it. And nothing ever happened again. So I still...
It's just that simple.
Hang on. Story is far from over.
The only reason they made a bigger deal out of it in The Exorcist is because obviously that would be a shitty movie. Knock it off!
My roommate,
I got work in the morning.
My roommate goes, what the hell's going on? I go, I just exercised my bedroom as a fucking guy. So the end. I lived there for another 8 months. Nothing weird ever happens. I never thought the place was haunted. There was this weird activity that kept fucking happening. But there was a time when I felt there was a motherfucker standing behind me. And not because the guy had died there. He didn't die there. I was not implanted with this knowledge. I didn't really care about it. So Rob Schraub moves in a year later when I move out. And
story's halfway done.
Oh, No, this is like page 2 of 100. So we're at a bar. Rob Schraub is we're at the drawing room, the Burgundy room, and Rob comes out and he just gets a screwdriver and just boom, just drops it. Gets a bartender, another, drinks it straight down, another, and he's drinking it. I go, Rob, what the fuck? I've never seen you drink like this. He's like, man, like I don't want to go home sober. I'm like, what, something wrong, like with the girlfriend or the girl you're dating? He's like, no. It's like, I don't know, it's stupid. I don't want to talk about it. I just don't. He's about to cry. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He goes, this is the place on Lowry. Is like, anything weird ever happen there to you? And I was like, what do you mean? I still, again, like I don't instantly leap to ghosts. I never really thought that was ghosts. Just a bunch of weird shit happened. And he goes, I don't know. I was like, you slept in the bedroom I slept in, right? I sleep in. I go, yeah. And he goes, is it haunted? I go, oh yeah, totally. And Rob goes, oh, don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say it. He starts crying. I go, what happened? What the fuck happened? He goes, ever since I moved in there, I hung all this artwork up, and every time I left the place and there was nobody in there, I would come back and all the paintings were off the walls and they were all broken. Anytime I hung a picture of somebody's face on it, all the pictures were gone and it was smashed across the room. And last night, like there was all this weird shit going on, but last night I was laying in bed and I heard my bedroom door open, and I heard somebody walking across the carpet into my room, and I felt the weight of a person's body getting onto my bed. And I was like, were you awake or were you asleep? He's like, I was on my stomach, which is rare for me, but I looked at the clock and it was 4:10 a.m. and I thought, are Dan and Jeff still here? Did we watch a movie together? Like, it's like, no, they're not here. He's like, I had this conscious thought and I felt this person get on top of me. And I thought, like I said, it's a burglar. Like, so a burglar's in my room or a rapist.
Because it would never be Dan or Jeff.
Yeah. Certainly not. Not until tonight. And he the weight of a body got on top of him, and he heard a voice in his ear going, and the voice said, "What are you doing in my room?" And Rob jumped up across the room, and nothing was there. So I went with Rob to the apartment again, and I went, "Get the fuck out of here, man! You're dead!" Like Rob made me go back and be the world's shittiest exorcist.
This has been a Halloween Arlington National Cemetery. Spooky, ooky Harmontoonies.
The end.